it's Lindsay from My Crafty Plans. Today I'm going to be planning the week of January 17th in my memory planner. These are my cross press inserts and I'm going to be using this snow kit from Hello Petite Paper. This is from last year and I saved this from last year because I didn't get a chance to use it, and I'm really excited to plan with this. This is an unfoiled kit and it's actually on glossy paper. I am definitely a premium matte paper person, but for Hello Petite Paper, because she doesn't offer premium matte, I prefer her glossy paper. So these are the full boxes. This is an older kit format. You do get little things, some labels, some half boxes. It is a full kit, so I have the checklists, some sidebar stuff, some washi, and the bottom washi, and then this kind of like layering page, etc. I have lots of functionals pulled out from my collection to match with this because it is kind of like an older kit format. It did also come with this header sheet as well, so I'm going to pull out these pages and jump in. So I'm getting started with some date covers from ColourPop. This kit actually didn't come with date covers. I do think her new format does though, but like I said, this was a pretty old format, but that's okay. I have lots of color functionals and I don't use them as often as I use my like plain white foil functionals, so it's fun to get to pull them in. I'm going to pull in some half scallops from Panda Bird Designs and some other stuff from Sadie Stickers as well to kind of round this kit out. Plus I use some header washies from Simply Gilded as well as regular washies, and then all of my regular foil deco stuff and everything like that. I have everything linked in the description below, but you can also ask me if you ever see a sticker that you want to know where it's from and you don't know where it's from. And yeah, and I tag shops on Instagram as well. But anyway, okay, so I have some more questions for this week, but before I get into that, I do just need to like briefly talk about something that's going to happen later in this week that is like, it always feels so weird when I have to like kind of give it's bad news about my life, I guess, kind of. I don't know. And I just feel like I need to just mention it now because when I go through the day by day, I'm not going to have like enough time to get into it. But basically on this week on Thursday, my dad got some pretty bad health news. He's going to be fine. The prognosis is really good, but he's going to be having heart surgery in about a month. So you're going to be seeing lots of stuff kind of related to that in my memory planner, because this is obviously my actual memory planner. I write about the things that are going on in my life. It's like a little bit of journaling, and it would feel really weird to not mention that. So I appreciate any positive thoughts and vibes out there. But like I said, he's doing really well. It's a really good prognosis, but the surgery is kind of a very big deal. And, you know, we're obviously really worried about that, but still very hopeful. So anyway, I just did want to mention that here and now, since I am gonna, you know, mark down hearing about it later in the week when he found out and he had to call us to tell us and everything. So if you're a frequent watcher of my Plan With Me's, you probably know that my family and I are very close. We spend a lot of time with them. They were my family and my husband's family were the main reason that we moved back to this area, because we wanted to be closer to family. So we spent a lot of time with them. And then also just the other thing with that is that like this really just kind of like highlights what I feel like is my role in my family, my extended role. And that's like the unemotional decision maker. So whenever there's interfamily conflict or a decision that needs to be made and people are dragging their heels and can't decide, or people have different opinions, I just feel like they all just kind of defer to me and I just make a choice and do it. And so there are some things related to that have come up, and yeah, it's not always the best role, but I just can't help it. I am who I am. And if it's able to help my dad and make things a little bit easier right now, then I'm happy to do that. And obviously we're just, everybody's just trying to do everything they can to kind of make things as easy as possible. It's going to be a pretty long recovery after the surgery, but, he is expected to make a full recovery, and that is really what matters. So anyway, I am going to just finish up this bottom or the base of the spread by answering some of the lighter questions I have. I have like a couple of questions stockpiled from the last Plan With Me and some stuff left over from Instagram. If you ever have questions, you can leave them down in the comments below or DM me on Instagram or wait for me to drop a questions box on Instagram. But I have some lighter ones, and since that was kind of a heavier topic, I am, and I want to just like take a little emotional break from that, I am going to just answer some lighter questions while I finish up here. And these are not in the order that I've got them. I will get to all the questions eventually, but like I said, I just don't want to think too hard right now. So I'm going to start with a super easy one. This is from Cynthia. She left it on my last video, so thank you for that. And it's just, what's my favorite coffee order? This one is so easy, no brainer. I have an absolute favorite coffee order, and that is a flat white from Starbucks. It's just, I don't remember when Starbucks started doing these, and there's like a couple of Australian YouTubers that I really like, not planner related, just like other stuff related, and I just, I was just like, and they talked about flat whites, and I was like, I gotta try this, and it's just like the best. It's not a sweetened drink. If I want a sweetened drink, I do like tend to go for some of the seasonal stuff. Especially my favorite of like the seasonal lattes is the caramel brulee one from Starbucks, but a flat white is like my year-round drink. And honestly, I can't drink something that's like too overly sweet anyways, so I feel like I'm 9 times out of 10 I'm ordering a flat white at Starbucks, and I absolutely love it. I don't know why it's so much better than a latte, but it just is, so I totally just have to go with that. And then she also asked, what's our go-to Indian order, so for dinner takeout. So if you don't know, if you're newer to my channel, you may not realize that my husband and I get takeout for dinner almost every Thursday night, and we call it our spicy food night. We eat dinner together usually we have dinner with the kids like every night, and we eat at 6 p.m. But on Thursday nights after our cleaning service comes, we get takeout and we eat while watching TV after the kids have gone to bed. And that's like our little mini date night, if you will, like our at-home date night, mini, whatever you want to call it. And we'll watch something that we both like to watch, etc. So usually every other week we get Korean food. And then when we don't get Korean food, we alternate between like Thai, Indian, sometimes we get meats, just like a couple different things. But so when we do get Indian, we usually get a mixed fried platter, like a vegetarian appetizer sampler. And then we always get a sag paneer. That's like my husband's favorite thing. We always get naan. And then we mix it up for the last entree. So we'll get just like different things depending on the mood. I really like vindaloo, but my husband doesn't like that as much. So lately we've been getting, and we'll get like chicken or lamb, just depending on our mood. And it's just like a yellow yogurt-based sauce that's so delicious, and we've really been liking that one lately. So that's been our kind of go-to lately, but we do tend to mix up that last entree from time to time. Anyway, thank you for those questions. Like I said, I will keep going with them, but, just had to pick some easy food-based ones because that makes me very happy and hungry. Anyway, Monday was Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and it was actually also Tu B'Shvat, which is a Jewish holiday that is the birthday of the trees. It's like kind of the start of tree planting season in Israel, not here, but like it's just, anyway, the kids did not have school, and my husband and I did not have work either, so we were all home. We actually all went over to my dad's house that day with like my brother and his family as well. We got like lunch there, and then we actually had the kids' parent-teacher conferences, like just like Zoom calls for the kids that day. And then that afternoon, I'd totally forgotten that the kids didn't have school when I booked this, but my daughter got her second COVID shot that afternoon, and she was like totally fine. I made my husband go this time because she screamed like so loud at the first one, and since he was home, I was just like, maybe she'll be calmer if it's you. It did not help, but she was like fine and not sick or even like a sore arm afterwards. And then that night we watched TV. We watched some SNL since we hadn't watched it the night before. And then on Tuesday, the school, since my baby had been out of school the week before this because of like a COVID-related closure, they actually let her go on Tuesday since Monday was a holiday, and even though Tuesday's not one of her days, and I was like really behind on work, so they were super nice about that, and they let me just switch for this week. So she went to school. I got so much stuff done, like a bunch of house and life admin, a bunch of work. I listened to some podcasts. I did like a bunch of prep work for a passport appointment that we had later this week to get the kids their passport. And then I was just like really just like feeling it and feeling getting stuff done. And I built the closet, the office closet. We had like this closet kit forever, just like sitting and waiting. And I was like originally gonna have my husband do it, which he would have totally done and been fine and probably like caused less damage than I did. But I was like, no, I could do this. I'm gonna do it. And I did it, and it's done, and I love it, and it worked so great. And then I also painted my nails. And then on Wednesday, I was up like really, really early. I didn't write down whether it was on purpose or not, and I don't remember now. I may have been up early to like write or whatever, which I do from time to time because the morning is like my best writing time. And then I did like a time block day. So I just like had a bunch of different things that I was working on, and I just like scheduled my day into like daily chunks. So I did a daily plan with me on this day, which I only do like every so often. I have like a daily Moxie Life daily like sticky notepad, and I really love to use that when I have like a busy day or a really unbusy day where I want to add some structure. I worked on my office storage situation. I was working on work, and then I was also working on some like life admin and also some planner stuff. So just like a bunch of different stuff going on. I did some filming and just like hustled all day, got so much stuff done. And then I took a bath that night to unwind. But yeah, so it was a really good and productive day. This was like this whole week was like super, super productive, which is good. So on Thursday, I did some errands. I took the baby with me because she didn't have school this day. We went to the post office and dropped off, I think because I had just destashed my Foxy Fixes, I think, and I just dropped them all off on Thursday and some giveaway stuff as well. And then we went to Home Depot, and I had like accidentally thrown a hammer down my stairs the day before. No, on Tuesday when I was building the closet, I was like trying to carry all the tools back downstairs, and I dropped a hammer down the flight of stairs, and of course it like took a chunk out of our hardwood floor. And I'm usually like so nuts about the hardwood floor, and I'm like always telling the kids not to drag things on it, and like always like being like, no, play on the carpet, play on the carpet, play on the carpet. And of course I like take a huge chunk out, dropping a hammer. So anyway, I got some stuff to fix the floor, and it looks really good, and you can't even tell it's fine. And then I ended up ordering Thai food for lunch, which was like not a good idea, but I just really, really wanted it. And the reason it was not a good idea, and my husband was like out at a work lunch this day, so I thought he would maybe not be hungry that night, and then he was, but then neither of us was like in the mood to have like Thai or anything that night because we had already had it. So we actually ended up ordering Mexican food, which we usually are like very much more in the Asian camp for takeout. It was good, but like it doesn't travel as well. I would much rather eat that in a restaurant. And then obviously Thursday was also the day that I got my dad's health news, and then that night like we just like talked and whatever, and then we watched some TV to just kind of like tune out of it as well. So on Friday I did like a bunch of more house and life admin stuff, and I was just like trying to help my dad with some stuff as well. And then I did some more office storage stuff. That was like kind of the theme for this week. I finished it like I think the week after this, like on Monday or Tuesday. So I was like almost at the end now. I did like a whole office reorg. Actually, my new office tour video will be up soon, so you can see what I did. And then I listened to a bunch of podcasts. I did some yoga and just like tried to chill out. And then like I was so tired, and we just watched a little bit of TV, and then I went to bed like as soon as it was 9. I was just like, I'm done. I need like a full night's sleep. I had not slept very well the night before, obviously, and I just was like, tune it out. So on Saturday, we went to Wegmans, and I'm so excited. I have these Wegmans script from Plannahannah now, so I used that, and I love them, so that's amazing. We all went to Wegmans. I did some more office storage stuff. My mom came over. We drank some wine, and then my husband and I just like hung out that night. And then like right before bed, I just got caught up in a YouTube binge looking up how they make those glitter tumblers. Like I'm sure you've seen them on your Instagram feed because they show up on mine all of the time, but maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, just like those really sparkly tumblers where they like sand down the coffee traveler mugs and then just like coat them in glitter. And I was like, hey, I can make that. And then I was like, maybe not. I think you need more equipment than that because I don't want to have to wear like a respirator mask to work with like heavy chemicals. I like my crafts like face-free crafts. I don't know. Anyway, so that's what I did. I just like watched like 10 videos about how to make them. It's honestly, I love the reels of it. It's like super mesmerizing. And then on Sunday, we went back to my dad's house. We all went in the hot tub and we did a little bit of baking. My kids and I did a glitter craft that afternoon as well because I was like in the glitter mindset. And then we just watched TV that night. So a very chill weekend. Okay, that is everything all finished up. Super cute spread. Let me show you what I have left from here. I did not use any of this sheet. I did use like almost all of the functional items, but I have like a lot of the other stuff left over. This is a bit of an older kit format, so I was able to pull some things in with from my stash that matched with it to make a complete spread, and I do think it came together super, super cute. I really love the icons that I used this week as well. But that is everything. So if you like this video, please give it it a big thumbs up. I'd love it if you'd subscribe and check me out on Instagram at mycraftyplans to keep up with everything going on in my planners. Bye!